Hello friends, welcome to Astropal channel, your own KP astrology channel, and here we are discussing basic as well as advanced topics on KP system of astrology. Today I would like to cover a topic which is a very basic for learning KP astrology, particularly for those who are migrating from traditional astrology or Vedic astrology. These astrologers told me that why a planet is in a different house. Their chart, they are looking at their chart for so many years, but when they learn KP astrology, it is found that instead of some planet in 6th house, it is being shown in 7th house. And this confusion prevents many of them from moving further. I hope after watching this video, the difference between the casting of chart in traditional way and casting of chart in a KP way is very clear to you. So let us analyze why this basic difference arises. Firstly, have you ever seen in traditional system only a simple chart and a Bhava Chalita chart, or we also call Chalita chart. The first one is called Rasi Kundali, the second one is Bhavachalit Kundali. In Rasi Kundali or simple chart, what do? We take ascendant and find out it is in which sign. We assign that sign number to the ascendant, and as per the system, for example, if it is a North Indian system, we start writing in anti-clockwise fashion. The second house will be in the next sign, third will be in the next sign, and so on. In South Indian system, the Rasis are fixed, and we just cast a simple chart in which ascendant is assigned to a sign where it is. Right? So this is a simple representation of a chart. Now when it comes to Bhavchalita, we do consider the degrees in which the ascendant falls, the degrees in which second house, third house, etc. So when there is a possibility that one house can spread over two signs, and it is also possible that there are two signs falling in a single house itself. Both the things are possible. Now this is the beauty of Bhavachalit, and when I think personally that traditional astrologers, when they want to migrate to KP, many of them are comparing KP simply with the most simple chart or with Rasi Kundali, and they are not comparing with Bhavchalita Kundali, otherwise this problem would not have arisen. And now let us see what is the difference between a Bhavachalit Kundali, where we do consider the house falling in how many degrees, okay, and in Krishnamurti Paddhati chart, where also we consider each bhava or each house or each cusp, we call it there, falls in which degree, which minute, which second. Okay, so appears to be similar, but the difference is the Bhavachalita chart is calculated as per traditional system, where it is based on equal house system. The calculation system, the mathematics behind it is a bit simplified one. We consider calculation of the ascendant and 4th house, divide it equally into 3 parts, and then the same thing the same logic we apply for the calculation of remaining houses. On the other hand, the KP system is based on Placidus house system. It is based on spherical trigonometry, and the calculations are done through formula where it is not equally divided. So some houses are of smaller span, some houses are of a bigger span. They will not be equal to 30 degrees anyway. So whenever the span is smaller, and signs, as you know, they are equally divided into 30 degrees each in any system. So in that case, if the house is smaller than 30 degrees, then what will happen? There is a possibility that that house may come in one sign and another house also start in the same sign, because the first house is lesser than 30 degrees. And the vice versa is true. If it is a longer kind of house, more than 30 degrees, the spread could be more than 2 Rasis. This is the precise reason why in KP mostly it is prominent, and why do we think the houses, the planets in which house have been shifted. Now to understand this second part, the planet is in, whether it is in 6th house and why it is shifted to 7th house, I will give an example. I will walk you through and show you the comparison first between a simple chart and Bhavchalita, then a Bhavchalita chart and KP chart. So you will able to know by end of this video, the difference will be pretty clear and there won't be any confusion. For understanding of both kind of systems, I will explain first through North Indian system, then followed by South Indian system. So let us start. Join me going through one example now. So this is the chart I have casted through my developed software Astro, and we entered basic details here, and when we click accept, this chart is generated. This is the simple chart or traditional chart which you can see for this person who is born on 14 June 1976, and the chart here, the Lagna is Libra. Lagna is Libra. So what we did here in North Indian style, this is a North Indian style. I have selected method of prediction as Vedic here, display style as North Indian, and the ascendant is Libra here with 7 number, numeric number represented. Here it is 8, 9 as I was mentioning to you, then 10. It goes on like this in anti-clockwise fashion. So house number 1, 2, 3, 4. In North Indian, as you know, the house numbers are fixed, and the ascendant we have to show clearly, and we have to also show the planetary position on this. Signs falling here are indicated through numbers in this simple chart. So did you notice that here Jupiter and Ketu are in 7th house, the moon is in 3rd, Rahu is in Lagna, Mars and Saturn are in 10th house, okay, and in 8th house Sun, Mercury, Venus are falling in 8th house. So let's go and go into the Bhavchalita. So this is a Bhavchalita chart, and this is calculated through Bhava Madhya method. There is another method like this is, if I click here, I'll get a chart for Bhavarambha method. So I don't want you to take you in this depth right now. Let's go back and see, just add side by side a simple chart here which we have seen on the earlier page. So now if you compare here, Rahu, which was in ascendant or Lagna, is now shifted here in Bhavchalita in the 12th house. And why this has happened? If you see here, ascendant is in Libra, no doubt, but it is at 28 degrees, right? And Rahu is also in Libra, but it is in 16 degrees. Naturally 16 degrees, it is behind the ascendant 28 degrees. So therefore it is shown in the 12th house. I hope it is clear, and it is not in Lagna. So in Bhavchalita, Rahu has moved from Lagna to 12th house. Similarly, if you see here, Mercury and Venus, and Mercury and Venus position in simple system or Rasi chart, what was that? Mercury and Venus are in 8th house. I hope you can see it here. They are in Vrishabha sign, Taurus, they are here. But in Bhavachalita, they have come in the 7th house. Again, why it is so? Because 8th house starts in Taurus at 29 degrees, but Venus is at 28 degrees 56 minutes. It's just behind by few minutes. Therefore, it is coming in the 7th house. Mercury is very clearly at 7 degrees only in the Taurus sign. So it is behind the Taurus 29 degrees, which is starting the 8th cusp or 8th house. Okay. So that's why Mercury and Venus, they are moved to 7th house in Bhavchalita. Similarly, Jupiter and Ketu, they were in the 7th house in Rasi Chakra, Rasi chart. So Jupiter and Ketu now moved to 6th house. Again, the 7th house starts in Aries at 28 degrees, right? But Jupiter, though in Aries, Ketu though in Aries, they are behind, they are like 25 degrees, 16 degrees. They are behind this starting point of the 7th house. So Aries 28 degrees and these are behind, so they came in 6th house. So I hope it is clear to you now why the planets have moved from one house to another when we consider simple traditional North Indian chart here, and here it is a Bhava Chalita's chart. Normally in this much exactly the sign and degrees are not shown. In normal charts, in Bhavachalita also, only the Rasi number is given, and then in table these degrees are given. But this I combined, and especially it is very easy for my users to understand this system, because the degrees, minutes and the Rasi, they are all given here, as well as planetary position details are given, so one can understand at a glance why it is in 6th and why it is not in 7th, etc. Okay, now let me walk you through the another system. So let's go back and go to the KP system, right? So we went to KP, we click this, and now you see the further difference, which some traditional astrologers are finding it difficult to accept, is this Sun and Venus now here in this system has moved to 8th house, right? And Mercury has come back here. Mercury remained here, but the Venus which was here, earlier, if you remember, it has moved into 8th house. If you recollect, just few minutes back I told you, in a Bhavchalita in Vedic system, Venus was at 28 degree and few minutes, which was actually behind, it was here. But here now Venus has moved in KP, and there is a small difference, and that's why this planet has moved to 29 degrees. Definitely it is in 8th house. So that is the difference. Now you might be wondering, in a simple chart, Venus is here, then in Bhavchalita it went to here, that is in 7th house. KP, it has come back to this house. So the bottom line is, whatever system you practice, cast the chart in that system. The planets should be shown according to that system, and the interpretation also has to be according to that system. Then only the results will be correct. So don't consider that in Vedic or my traditional system, the planets are here, now they have shifted, so results might be different. Results might not be different because this is a different system. So take out your inhibitions and move to adopt KP, more simpler system, rule bound, and you will get better results very fast. The learning curve is not as steep as mentioned by many people. So now I'll walk you through the South Indian system. Okay, so here you look at this chart. This is the again traditional chart through South Indian method. This is also through South Indian method, and in this method, as you know, the sign placements in this chart are fixed. Like here, Aries will fall here, so it was never shown separately, like Aries is here, the Taurus is here, and this is a clockwise system. Aries, Taurus, then Gemini, then like the Cancer, the Leo, etc. This goes on up to, this is the last sign is Pisces. So here you can clearly see the ascendant has to be shown. So this is shown in a red color here, ascendant. is in Tula, and the 7th house, as we have seen earlier, Jupiter and Ketu, they are falling in the 7th house, right? In the traditional simple system, Vedic. Sun, Mercury, Venus are in 8th house, Mars and Saturn are in 10th, Moon is in 3rd, Rahu is in Lagna. Okay? Now look at this chart which has more details. This is a Bhava Chalita chart which is through South Indian system. Ascendant is clearly marked as 28 degrees 39 minutes, and Rahu is at 16 degrees, though both are in the Libra only, Tula Rasi, but if you can see, Rahu is behind, and here the movement is clockwise. Very easy to understand that Rahu is behind this ascendant. After this we'll move here, here, here like this. Now have you seen that 6th house starts at 29 degrees in Pisces and 7th house at 28 degrees in Aries. So Ketu at 16 degree, Jupiter at 25 degree are behind this 7th house. 7th house is at 28. These are two behind, though all of them are in Aries sign. Okay? So clearly you got Ketu, Jupiter are found in 6th. Here Ketu, Jupiter are in 7th in Rasi chart. Bhavchalita or Chalita, it is here. Similarly, if you see Sun, Mercury and Venus, they are in 8th house here in Rasi chart, but in Bhavchalita chart, Sun remains in 8th house because it is after this 8th house starts. 29 degrees 18, this is 29:57. But 28:56 and 7 degrees, though they are in same Taurus sign, they are behind this. Clearly, they are in which house? They are in 7th house because they are in between this beginning and this end. They are in 7th house. So once you practice this, it will be very easy. I think in Bhavchalita, those people practice Bhavchalita more and not the Rasi chart and start predicting. For them it is not that difficult. But people who are trying to migrate directly from reading this traditional simple chart, they find lot of difference and then they think that maybe there is a problem in the casting of chart itself, which is not so. Okay, now I'll shift to KP and then show you the difference. From Vedic, I just clicked KP. We are back to KP here, and now here you can see the difference. Okay, so here what has happened? So we were looking at the 7th house, which was at 28 degree 44 here as per KP, but 6th has also moved here. 6th, which was somewhere here in the Bhavchalita traditional, it has moved here because there it was at 28 degrees, here it has only 2 degree. The difference is of only couple of degrees, but because sign is changed, it has moved to Aries. So as I was mentioning in the beginning of this video, the 6th house, 7th house, both are in Aries. Similarly, ascendant, 12th house, both are in Libra. And there is no sign here. So similarly, there is no house here and no house here, though they are in respective signs. Is the Karkataka sign, Cancer. This is in, there is no planet at all, but this is a Capricorn. Alright, so here in 8th house, Venus has moved back to 8th house here, and if you see in a simple chart, it is still in 8th house, but in Bhavchalita we have seen that it has moved in 7th house. Okay, the difference, but Mercury, however, continue to be in 7th house here as well. Here the Mercury is in 8th house. So Rashi Chakra, the KP cuspal chart, there is a movement of planets. This planet, for example, Mercury has moved from 8th house and it has gone to 7th house. So when you consider the KP analysis or KP cuspal chart it is called, we have to consider that Mercury is in 7th house and not in 8th house. Okay, when you apply the KP rules, you apply as per position of these planets. So clearly this is the chart which will highlight the beauty, because the calculations are very accurate through Placidus system. The 7th house has come and 6th house has come in a same sign. I hope the difference is clear, and there is no need of any kind of worry that something is wrong because these planets have moved from this placement here. And the 10th house, for example, Mars and Saturn here are in 10th. So you will be saying, oh, this Mars is in my 10th house, so gives powerful and all. Here 10th house, Mars is not there. Where is Mars? Mars has moved behind, because Mars is in 23 degrees in Karkataka sign. Though sign is here, Mars is here only, 23 degrees. But 10th house has moved in Leo, 0 degrees, 41 minutes. That will make all the difference when you analyze the chart. So I hope the difference is pretty clear. I stop here and we'll look forward for your questions or any kind of comments, and I will answer that. So once again, thank you so much for watching the video. Keep watching for other videos in this channel. Like the channel and also subscribe. I will also suggest to have a very good software, the KP based Astro Diamond software I recommend, and because it is designed by me and it is developed by me, I have taken care of all your needs, which are specifically designed for KP astrology, having a full module on KP Muhurta, on birth time rectification as well. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye then.